Alright guys, welcome to class today. As you all know, my name's Mr. Sawyer. We're going to have a lot of fun today in class. Should be a great time. But let's start off by introducing ourselves to each other. So if you could say your name, where you're from, and something that interests you, that would be great. Let's start with Jocelyn.
Well, my name is Jocelyn. I'm from Honduras, and I like dancing.
Excellent. Nice.
Okay, so my name is Natalia. I'm from Mexico, and I love sleeping.
Oh, excellent. Who doesn't?
Okay, my name is Gabriel. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I like cooking.
Awesome. Well, as you know, Mr. Sawyer from the Sacramento area of California, and I actually love watching sports. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about sports, and we're going to try to enhance our ability to understand English, to listen, and to interpret what we're listening. So let's go over some sports terms really fast. Who knows what are some of the main sports we watch here in the United States?
Football.
Football? What type of football?
American football.
American football. Can you give me a demonstration of how you play football?
I just know they punch each other.
Yeah, punch the ball. We'll go over that word later. Okay. Any other sports? You?
Baseball.
Baseball. Okay. Nice. What else?
Wrestling.
Wrestling's another good one. Nice.
Basketball.
Basketball. Excellent. Now what's a sport that's pretty well known internationally?
Soccer.
Soccer. Okay. So today we're going to go over some terms from the major sports. And so why don't we start off with football? Do you guys know any football terms?
Goal!
For American football.
Touchdown.
Touchdown! And what do you call it when they punch each other? It's actually not called punching each other. What's it called?
Hitting?
Fighting?
When they tackle each other.
Okay.
Tackle.
It's called
Like
it's called tackling.
tackling.
Yes, it's called tackling.
Tackling.
Now do you guys know what the guy is called who throws the ball?
Quarterback.
The quarterback. There you go. And what does the quarterback do with the ball? He
Throws the ball.
or he could run with
Is
the
he
ball.
the one who scores?
Well, he typically doesn't score that much. He can. The person who actually scores a touchdown is the individual who catches it in what? Do you guys know what the end of the field's called in football?
The end zone.
The end zone. Okay, awesome. So let's go over these words really fast. All right, the guy who throws the ball, what's he called?
Quarterback.
Good. What happens when the two players hit each other? They're
Tackling.
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 Now what's the end of the field called where they score?
End zone.
End zone. Tackling, quarterback who passes the ball. Excellent. Now let's go over baseball terminology really fast. Now, but before we go on, why do you guys think it's important to know these terms?
Understand the game.
Exactly.
To know who's playing?
Yeah, exactly. I remember when I was visiting my wife, Jocelyn's family down in Honduras, they talked a lot about soccer. There was literally not a day that went by that they didn't talk about, I'm not exaggerating, your little nephews and nieces would talk to me about soccer all the time. And there were some terms I was unfamiliar with, and I wish someone would have sat down and explained them to me. Sports are really connected with culture, and in order to understand the culture better, we've got to understand the sports. And I also know that when the announcers are speaking, it can be a little hard to understand because they use so many terms we're not familiar with. Now let's talk about baseball really fast. Okay, do you guys know what the person who hits the ball is called?
Batter?
The batter. Because he holds something called a bat.
Oh, a batter. Okay.
So not like a bat that flies,
Or batter
but it's like
cake.
that stick that he holds. Yeah,
Stick.
it's called a bat. So the batter bats.
Okay.
The batter bats with his bat.
Batter's gonna bat.
So let's say that all together. The batter,
Batter.
and let's use our hands. The batter,
The batter.
the batter bats
Bat.
Bats.
with his bat.
With his bat.
The bat.
With
Yeah.
his bat.
And do you guys know the person who throws the ball? Do you know what his name is?
Sure.
The pitcher.
Picture.
What is
And the pitcher.
it? Okay.
And what's the verb for a pitcher? He pitches.
Peaches.
So the pitcher pitches and the batter bats.
Bats.
Okay. And baseball is divided up into 9 sections. The game is in 9 sections. And these sections are called an inning. So baseball has 9 innings. Cool. Now let's move on to basketball. You guys should be a little more familiar with basketball, right? No?
Oh, we don't have to.
Okay. So what is the thing that they have to put the basketball into?
Basket.
The basket, or it has another slang word in well, it's not slang necessarily. It has another word in English.
The hoop.
The hoop. So the basket. So the player shoots the ball in the
Hoop.
or.
Hole. Basket.
Well, actually, they do call it the hole sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Now you can either in basketball you can shoot 2-pointers or
3-pointer.
3-pointers. Excellent. And what happens when they want to take a break? They call a timeout. Okay, excellent. They call a timeout. Yeah. And a basketball player, what's he doing? He,
Throwing the ball.
or what's another word you can think maybe there? He shoots the ball.
Oh.
So the basketball player gets the ball, and what does he do with it?
He shoots the
He
ball.
shoots the ball. And when they want to take a break, they call a
Timeout.
exactly. And he can shoot a 2-pointer or a
3 points.
3-pointer.
3-pointer. And what they shoot into is called the
Basket.
basket
Or the hoop.
or the hoop. Okay, so let's go over these terms really fast. Let's go over football really fast. One more time. American football. They throw the ball into the where? Where's the end of the field?
End zone.
Okay, and who's the guy who throws the ball?
Quarterback.
Excellent. Awesome. And what do they call it when you score in football?
Touchdown.
Excellent. With baseball, what's the guy hitting the ball called?
The batter.
Yeah. And what does he do? What's the verb?
The bat.
Bat.
And what does he hold?
The bat.
And what's the guy who throws a call?
The pitcher.
And what does he do?
Pitches.
Okay, excellent. And with basketball, what do you do when you want to take a break?
Timeout.
Where do you shoot the ball into?
The hoop.
Or the
Or the
basket.
basket. Yeah, that's what they call basketball, by the way.
Right?
You can shoot a 2-pointer or a...
3-pointer.
And here's another term we want to do for all sports. What do you call it when someone hurts you or you do something bad?
Penalty.
Penalty or?
Foul.
Awesome. So we're going to do a listening activity really fast. It's not going to take very much time. We're going to listen to 2 sports games. And you're going to hear the announcer. And I want you guys to try and figure out what sport it is and kind of what's going on, okay? Okay. We'll go through this really fast. Okay. So listen really quick, because this is going to go by really quick in 40 seconds.
They have a 3 deep zone. They have McCain up on Harleen, but they have someone behind you. They have to go to the end zone. Final play of the game, barring a penalty, all the time in the world for Beck. Can anybody get up before? He'll roll right, lets it go, finds his guy, touchdown! Johnny Harleen comes all the way across the field. Beck finds him, and it's a touchdown in BYU. Swarms the field, they win it. 5.
Okay. So what sport is it?
Football.
Could you guys catch what team won?
BYU.
BYU.
Uh-huh. They won. And was it the beginning, middle, or end of the game?
The end.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. So how could you guys tell it was football?
They said end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Nice. Okay. Now we're going to do another one. Let's see if you guys can get this one. Gotta listen up close.
Looking to the front court. Timeout. Duke. 25 seconds left. Duke with the ball, down one, out of timeouts. No Parker, no Jefferson. Went to the Blue to 40 games.
It's 1914.
Unbelievable.
Pretty good math.
And whoever is victorious here for 1915 collectively, their team will have earned it. What an unbelievable college basketball game this has been.
This is great for the ACC. This is truly the first unbelievable ACC game between these two teams. And this is going to become an intense rivalry.
Dawkins is back in the game, along with Suleiman, Wood, Cook. A very small but very skilled lineup for the Blue Devils.
Guys that can handle the ball, guys that can make open shots. It's going to be dribble penetration, attack, off the bounce. Trying to get on a gap receive.
Ten seconds.
Nice pass inside. Oh,
Thornton passed it up.
he passed on the
Okay, that was a little harder, and there wasn't as much dialogue as I thought there'd be. But could you guys kind of guess the game?
Yes, basketball.
And did you guys by any chance notice on what level it was? Was it professional?
No.
What level was it?
College.
College. Very good. Excellent. So anyways, this is just kind of an activity I wanted to do with you guys so you guys can get used
They
to
took
listening.
time out too.
Yeah, and they took a time out too. Excellent. So this was kind of an activity I wanted to do so you guys could get used to listening to sports in English, kind of interpret what's going on. And so in the future when you're watching a game, you don't have to be completely lost as to what's going on. Thank you for attending my lesson today.
Yeah.